Winboat is the easiest way to seamlessly run Windows applications on Linux. Things like the Microsoft Office suite and Adobe applications work perfectly fine. Unlike Wine, this does actually create a virtual machine using Docker and KVM, but the reason why I recommend Winboat is because you don't need to know how to set up virtual machines at all. And the apps open up as if they're actually running on your host machine like this. You can also access the Windows desktop directly if you prefer that as well. Also, my laptop only has 8GB of RAM, and I'm able to run it really well. As you can see, my temperature is only about 50 degrees Celsius for my CPU, and it's only taking about 2GB of RAM, which is really good. So let's take a look at the app. To install this application, we're going to need to go to their GitHub page, and I'll leave this link in the description. Then if we scroll down, we should see this releases section over here, and I'll click on the latest release. Now if we scroll down again, we should see all the files that are available to download. If you're on a Fedora-based distribution, download the RPM file. And if you're on a Debian-based distribution like Ubuntu or anything based on that, you would download this .deb file. This app image will work on all Linux distributions, but I recommend just getting the RPM or deb if your operating system supports that. And then what you need to do is open up a terminal and install the application like this. The file is in my downloads folder, and I put a // so it knows to install it from this file. DNF is for Fedora, but if you're on a Debian or Ubuntu-based distribution, you'd use apt instead. I already have it installed and I've opened it up over here. I'm just going to click on next. Then we have to agree to this. Now these are all the requirements for running Winboat. You're going to need to enable virtualization from your BIOS. I already have it enabled on my laptop, but search up how to do it for your specific computer. Also, you can use either Docker or Podman to do this. I'm just going to use Docker. And if you don't know how to install that, I'll leave the links in the description. It's pretty simple. They also want you to add your user to the Docker group, which I'll put the command on screen for. And then the last thing you'll need to install is FreeRDP. This is what Winboat uses for you to access your Windows VM. I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to install it to this default folder. You can change it if you want. For the Windows edition, I recommend doing Windows 10 instead of Windows 11. It's a lot lighter on system resources, and that's what matters most. I'll leave the language on English, and you can put your own custom ISO if you want, but we don't really need to do that. And then I'm going to click on next. Now we'll set a username and password. It doesn't really matter what you put here, only you can access this VM. I'm just going to put something random and then click next. Now select how much system resources you want Windows to be able to have access to. This all depends on your computer. But for me, I put it at 4 cores and 4GB of RAM. And it's showing this warning because I am recording right now and I'm using a second monitor, so it's using a lot more RAM than normal. But if I was only using this VM, it would be really lightweight. And I'll just set the disk size to something like this. For the home folder sharing, I wouldn't really recommend that. You don't need to give your VM access to your Linux home folder. You could just set up a shared folder and share files between your Windows and Linux machine easily. So I'll just click next. Here you can just review all the options you've selected, and then once you click install, it will take some time to install the ISO and then set up the virtual machine. This all depends on your network speed and how fast your computer is. But for the sake of time, I'm going to show what it looks like on my computer that I've already installed Winboat on. This is just my desktop computer that I'm streaming to my laptop, and I've also installed Windows 10 Pro on it. In the apps section, you can see all the apps that are installed on your Windows VM. These are all just the default applications, and if I click on one of them, it'll actually open up. It takes some time, but this is what it actually looks like. It looks like it's natively running on my Linux machine. And there might be some delay because it is using RDP to stream this window to your computer, but honestly it works really well. I don't even notice it most of the time. You'll only really notice it if you're using an application that depends on latency. Like if I were to open up Microsoft Paint, you'd be able to notice it when I'm drawing. You can see that there's a delay when I'm drawing on the screen, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. And it will get better over time, since this app is still in beta. And here's the Windows desktop option, it's in the apps section, and I can basically do anything that I can do in a VM here. But anyways, let's look at the actual app configuration. Here we can change the amount of system resources we've allocated to the VM, and then this is the shared home folder setting that we've seen before. And one thing that you might want to do is disable auto start for the container. Whenever you boot up the machine, you probably don't need the VM running, so I would just disable that and then click on save. Now if you scroll down, there's some more settings like display scaling and application scaling, and also multi-monitor support. I haven't really tried that out, but this is an option there. You can also pass through any smart card readers that you have. Now if you scroll down even more and click on the experimental features, and you scroll back up, you'll see this USB pass-through feature, and it says experimental. This is a really cool feature, and whatever USB that you plug into your Linux machine, you'll be able to add it here and share it with your Windows VM. So if you had like a USB drive or any other device, your Windows VM will be able to detect it, which is really cool. Also, I recommend disabling all these animations because you don't really need animations for this VM. It'll only slow your computer down. Anyways, that is how you set up Winboat to run Windows applications on your Linux machine. If this worked for you, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you ran into any issues while setting this up, please leave it down in the comments below and I'll try to respond as fast as possible. I'll see you guys in the next video.